Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Cancer friends. Cancer. You water sign, Cancer. Your birthdays are coming up soon, too. I hope everybody has been having a nice day. That's always something to talk about. How was your day? All right, so what are we going to do? We have this new moon in Aries, fire sign, and I'm using the tarot, the fire tarot for that. In this spread, it's going to be a flower spread. And then I'm first going to pull one of my fire signs, one of my cards, my fine arts paintings cards that I have, that collection that I have. Of course, the VERA SIBILLA will be the leaves of the flower, and then the runes. So let's get started, and I'll put the fire, I keep saying that fire, the fine arts painting as a focus card, and then we'll have another round of leaves. The petals will be the fire tarot, and the last will be the VERA SIBILLA. Let's take a look and see what that, I'll show you that right away. Ah, la 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 la. Now, this is Olive Trees by Vincent van Gogh. Olive trees, very interesting. And the olive tree is so rich with symbolism. And of course, you know, the first thing that comes to mind is the olive branch, to extend an olive branch, very in tune with the spring season of creating peace and offering, making a peace offering, extending an olive branch. Very hard wood, actually. Let's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, get closer, 3, 4, and 5. I'll show you those, but first let me lay the VERA SIBILLA cards. Come one, come all, don't be shy, come into the room, come and join me, come and join me, write to me. At the end of the reading, I'll answer, I'll write and read what you have written. All right, so now these are the SIBILLA cards, and I'm going to pull 2 for every petal. There will be leaves, okay? Leaves, 2 and 2 and 2. Gemini. Well. All right, so we have our olive tree by Vincent van Gogh. Let's look at the tarot, and we've got here, the first is the 6 of Swords. Howdy doody, 6 of Swords. After that, we've got the 9 of Wands, the heaviness of the 9 of Wands. Then we've got the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Then we've got the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Coins. That was also in the Aries, I think it was. Then we have the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. What are we looking at? There seem to be, I want to say, no, it's not a predominance of Wands. There are 2 cards out of 5. And there are let me see, I think there are the Wands, the Swords, the Coins, and the Swords, the Wands, the Coins. What's missing? The cups are missing. And what are we doing here? First thing is that the cards are telling me that you are going places, definitely. And of course, there are people out there, many Gemini, will take the opportunity in April, precisely in this period, to plan a trip. So it will be planning of a future trip. These first 2 weeks will be. And I'm seeing a lot of that, you know, I'm close to 35% of people who will be planning vacations for the year in that period. But also this card speaks to the energy of wanting. It's the desire to, and the intention of going to a place that is better. And it doesn't necessarily mean more prosperous. It means better in terms of quality of life compared to where you are now. Even just giving property away. I'll give you an example. over the years, you've collected the old CDs, and you have a collection. Your one wall is full of them. And of course, now they are used less. My nose is starting to itch, and I know that I'm going to sneeze, so I hope it doesn't come right at an important moment. And you have this big collection, and you start thinking, well, it's time for me to get rid of that collection, but I don't want to get rid of it. I want to give it as gifts. And so there's this ritual of giving. Okay, there's this ritual of giving. And when you give it all away, you're divesting yourself of a sort of collection. It was a collection, and it speaks of history. It speaks of a ritual that you created, you enacted, and you give it away as a gift. And this is something that allows you then to move to a better place, because you are freer, lighter, and there is an element of change in that way. It constitutes an element of change, even if it doesn't seem to you to be changed. The color of your skin is the same. You know, the clothes you wear are the same. But, you know, what we are is changing. Now, we have that, and we get that, and we are understanding that. But then what do we have? We've got this card of heaviness, and try as we may, try as we might, it is a very, very difficult job to do, to free ourselves of payments. And I keep talking about payments. It's tax time, at least in this country. We start thinking about it. And we free ourselves of this burden that has accumulated, that we ourselves have accumulated. And I'm thinking, and I'm going to use the metaphor of taxing and taxation, because as you know, there are brackets and tax brackets. And in an ideal world, there are, every bracket, the more you earn, every bracket adds a percentage of taxes that you give to the state, the country, whatever it is. And this idea here is the metaphor that I'm wanting to use to show you that the heaviness that you have created yourself is similar to that. Why should I burden myself with having 3 jobs when if I go beyond that bracket, I just lose it. I just lose the money. Why not have more time? And so you're starting to think about how you can free yourself. And the idea of the olive, remember this focus card, giving yourself, tending the olive branch, giving the olive branch as a peace offering to instill peace in your soul once you're able to unburden your soul. And it is a process. It's an arduous process for many. It's an easier process for many as well. Now, it depends on a lot of things that I don't want to go into now, but it does depend on your position, your sun sign, many other elements in your charts. The 3 of coins here is, however, an element. It's a symbol of a very strong foundation spiritually. But as I have to point out for you here, Cancer, this message that I'm receiving here is that you are not, and you will not become a lesser person when you change the things, and change the clothes that you wear, change the shoes that you have, change your car, and downsize. You are not becoming a lesser person. You are becoming a person who has a fundamental strength, spiritually speaking, that will allow you to, again, I'll use that word, divest yourself, meaning remove clothing, metaphorically, remove anything that is shackles, that consist in shackles, that is shackling you down and has been a burden. Now, this is also, you're really releasing, you're freeing yourself up. Then we have the 8 of Coins. And of course, what happens when you take down a structure and you free yourself from a structure? Take everything and free yourself of all of these constructions. You have the possibility then to rebuild in the way that you want. Here too, the coins, I always stress that, is our spirit. It's spirituality. It's spirituality. It is the creation of a new sense of spirituality that is in these 2-week period, in this 2-week period for you. This will come out to you, and we will see it in the Vera Sibilla cards, Cancer. It will come out in the form of other people in your lives, younger people. I'm talking about children, grandchildren in your lives that touch you in this 2-week period, that will bring you to a space spiritually that will rekindle a fire in your heart and move you away from the drudgery of the 3-dimensional world in which you live and that you're now freeing yourself from. Then we have this wonderful, interesting, another 3, the 3 of Wands now. And the 3 of Wands, too, is a card that tells you if you have had any doubt, now they're both positioned in the bottom of this flower. If you had any doubt that you were, that you had any foundation at all, if you had any doubt, this 3 is there to remind you, look, the 3 goes to a 4 and then onwards. And the 4 is also, the 4 comes out in the future that, it builds your house. We were talking about building up again. This is the foundation for that. Now, let's go into the details, because remember this focus card of the olive branch and the olive tree, actually, the notion of peace offering and using a peace offering to divest yourself of possessions and freeing yourself. This is a period of freedom. Thinking of freedom songs. Now let me go individually to these leaves and what they are. Now we have the artist here, artista, and the death card. Now these 2 cards, and I'm going to pull out another Vera Sibilla from the bottom of the deck, which is the love card. All right, this is Amore, is the love card. Now, what does the period hold for you? The gift. What gift is there in store for you, Cancer? You have the wonderful gift. You're offered the wonderful gift of, it's not even a promise of love. It is love, because what you have, and there are people amongst you, Cancer, that will see family or friends that are having a rough patch, who are on the end of their life's cycle, and that will bring pain to you, but you don't see it as pain. This 2-week period affords you the opportunity, because of this peace offering, to offer energy healing, energy in the form of a healing process to those around you, to those in mourning, to those who are having difficulty. And in return, you are given the warmth of spirituality that has been very weak lately, that has been covered with other difficulties that you've had of late. So it's really interesting, a very interesting period. And then we have the card of Denaro, the safe, and this talks about a reunion, a very strong bond as well. It does talk about work as well, but we have happiness in the heart. We talk about this is a strong bond. It's a strong bond. irrespective of whether you are divorced, separate, you are starting to feel the strength that even the separation and divorce, growing apart has given you, because it has made you strong. And you are in a mood of thanking those people for having brought you down that path, in order for you to have spiritually understood what it means to give, what it means to be able to offer a gift and heal, that can heal someone. Really, really strong spiritual vibes here. The growth and the strength, the spiritual strength that you have is remarkable in these 2-week period. This is the Gran Signore, the great man, the great person. And then we have the Ammalato, the ill one. And here too, this is mirroring that loss there. There may be a loss, and it will be a loss of a great man, okay? A great person. It could be a female, but it is someone who has ended their cycle. I'm talking of someone who is of a certain age, and it is natural. We don't live to be 150, so that is a natural process. But however, the gift that they gave you in return is also such a great gift that the mourning is lessened, and you have this healing spirituality that you are bestowing. I mean, you are bestowing to those around you and those around this person. It is just a joy to see. There are no tears here. There is no mourning here. We'll see the runes, and the runes will give us insight into that. But let me go on to the last two Sibilla cards. And I have here, now these are interesting. These are really two interesting cards. We've got the Thief. And what does the Thief talk to? The Thief talks to negative change. But right out after that Thief going out of the window, we've got the widower who's mourning a loss. Now, when you have these two cards, two negative cards together, it is no longer a negative change. Okay, it's no longer a negative change. It brings spiritual growth. Remarkable spiritual growth for you in this 2-week period. Now, let me take the runes and see what they have to add here. Beautiful reading. This is beautiful, 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 beautiful messages. Now, okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to take another. I've got, as I did with the other reading, this is Tyr, and Tyr is Merkstave. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's something that is telling you, is giving you a sign, a negative sign. So I'm going to take from the middle another picture postcard, and this is the woman reading by a paper bell shade. Okay. Woman reading by a paper bell shaped. And this also is mirrored by the rune need. It talks about the period as offering you personal insight and personal growth. It doesn't mean that you always are projected outwardly, but the projection, the spiritual projection that I'm talking about, this offering of peace, this olive, healing energy that you're offering comes back to you in the form of spiritual growth. Now, there's interesting energies here, because I have the hue tree, Algis, which is Merkstave, and that talks of there is no, the 2-week period doesn't offer you any kind of safety net here. You are as if you were a child going about and you're testing waters. Almost, I would like to say, Cancer, uncharacteristically for you. You're risking, you're trying different things. And what I see here, the beauty and the gift of this period is Gifu, which is gift. They are gifts. It's mutual in exchange that when you give, you are immediately rewarded. It's a fine energy, really, really fine. And then we've got, if we had Aljit's Merkstave, we do have Awats, and Awats is there to protect you. And not only is it there, but what do they protect? What is what is Awats telling you? It's protecting you in the spiritual growth that is starting in this 2 week period. For any type of project that you enact that has, no matter if it's, you know, a money project, money-making project, if it's a community project, but it is born under a lucky star for you because of the spiritual energy that you imbibe it with. Then we've got this, this wonderful Berkana or Bjork, which is bright stave. And again, this is the birth of this project, this spiritual initiative that comes forth that is really born under a lucky star. And you are really one powerful, spiritually speaking person these 2 weeks. Cancer, I do hope that this was of help to you. I was really, I'm going to go after I'm going to go back and look at it again. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Do like and share my videos. I would appreciate that. And subscribe. Bye-bye. I'll be back. Of course I'll be back. I will be back. She will be back. She will be back.